Greetings, everybody. And I'm bringing you hope and peace and love from Grace St. Paul's Episcopal Church here in Mercerville. We are now in the midst of our summer of transition, and I'm excited to share with you the next steps that we're going to be taking in our reopening phase. As you may be aware, on June 28th of this year, we began to hold our 8 a.m. service in the building itself, in the church sanctuary, and we began offering our 5:30 service in the courtyard of the church outside. Now, we've created protocols around this, and then they have been approved by our diocese, and we want to make this the safest possible situation for anyone who is, at this time, wants to attend the services in person. We have asked our parishioners to always wear masks while they are present. Pews have been moved so that they are situated with at least 6 feet in between them, and our pews themselves are 8 feet long, so that helps as well. Outside, we have come up with a way to mark spaces so that we, again, are acknowledging social distancing while we were sitting outside. And those who are attending the evening outside services are encouraged to bring their own blankets, their own chairs, and most importantly, their own masks. Readers within the church themselves and outside, if they remove their masks, are stationed at least 20 feet away from any other members, and music is not being sung within the space. The flow to and fro in the pews themselves is established so that we can continue this optimum level of social distancing. Attendees come in through the 2 side doors that lead up the side aisle, and then they come in and go to the pews in which they want to sit. Family units, of course, can sit together. If it's an individual, they can sit at the end of one of the pews so that another person can sit at the end of the 8-foot pew. And then when we leave the service, we all exit down through the center aisle, making sure that we allow people to go 6 feet ahead of us before we step out into the aisle and continue toward the exit. This has moved very smoothly when we come together in our worship space. Learning the liturgical dance is something that Episcopalians tend to do pretty well. Now, this coming Sunday, July 19th, we've been approved to begin to offer communion as well. Now, this translates into the following service options for everyone on Sundays. The 8 a.m. service will now be Holy Eucharist Rite 2 and will be held in the sanctuary. The 10 a.m. will also be Holy Eucharist Rite 2, available on Zoom. And the 5:30 service will, not surprisingly, be Holy Eucharist Rite 2, held outside in the courtyard area. So in addition to the protocols that we have established for in-person services, we will also be including the following. Communion will be received in the form of the host only. Each family unit will come out of the pew and come up the side aisle to the front to the masked clergy person. Hand sanitizer will be available for recipients to use before they come up in order to take the host. Masks may be lowered while they are up front in order to consume the host, and then replaced before going down the center aisle and back into the pew. Once this family unit or individual has returned to the pew, the next family or individual will come forward in order to receive. It's going to be slow and intentional. But it also will give us a lot of time together to be contemplative about what we are doing. Now, the priest will wash her hands before the Eucharistic prayer and use hand sanitizer before distributing the communion, and also will be masked the entire time as well. If you are unable to come to one of the services, and yet still want to have communion, we will be offering communion to be brought to you, to your home. Now, the way this is going to work is a little complicated, but I'm going to explain it to you. So if you are interested in having communion brought to your home, you can email the parish office, which is parishoffice@gracestpaul.org, or you can call or text the pastoral cell phone number, if you have it, in order to sign up for a specific time slot. Now, the time slots that are available will be between about noontime and 5 p.m. on Sunday afternoons. Once you have contacted me, let me know that you're interested. I will confirm with you by Saturday afternoon, let's say, what time slot you would be having me come. Also, please indicate when you communicate with me whether you want this to be a continuous ongoing, so you would like it to be every Sunday at 2 o'clock, or if this is just something that you would like to have brought once a month or just on one occasion. So let me know exactly how often we want to sign you up for. And that way that slot will be set aside for you as often as you would like it. Once you've signed up on Sunday, please attend one of these services on Zoom. And Zoom will be offered at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 5:30 p.m. Then I will bring communion to your home. At this time, I ask for my own comfort level that the meetings will take place outside with both of us or all of us wearing masks. I will use hand sanitizer just before I distribute the communion to you. We will say some prayers. You will receive communion in the same manner as it will be given out in the church, and then there will be a blessing and dismissal. There'll be enough of a conversation between us depending on our time constraints. Now, if you are not able to attend one of the Zoom meetings, please let me know, and we will make arrangements for me to bring communion to you and have a full pastoral visit sometime during the week. Now remember, everything that we do is at your level of comfort. Don't ever feel like you are obligated to do something or not do something that you are not comfortable with. If you are comfortable coming to the church wearing a mask, then that's encouraged. If you are not comfortable and you want to stay home and receive communion, that's encouraged as well. And most importantly, if you are not taking communion, physically taking the bread into your body, you are still fully communing. You are still fully participating in the Eucharistic prayer that we will have on Sundays, even on this crazy new medium of Zoom. Jesus calls us to do this in remembrance of me. And the emphasis on that is the remembrance. By gathering together and sharing the truth of Jesus's death and resurrection, by remembering that he has died for all of us, to save all of us, then we're honoring his commandment. So thank you for all of your understanding in this little crazy time. And may you continue to feel God's love wrap around you in this time of upheaval and change, but also a time of great joy and hope. Oh, and one more thing. Please keep in mind that if you are sick, or if you know that you have been exposed to the coronavirus within the last 14 days, please don't attend any of the services in person, and please make arrangements to not have someone come to your house to bring communion. Again, we all have to keep each other's safety in mind. Thank you all and have a blessed